All right, so I got these new batteries. I wanted to definitely try out the power stack themselves. I've been running on the older ones. This is one of my older ones, 6 amp. I believe this is a 12 amp. But they're a lot more rugged and bigger. This is a 4 amp. It's my first 20 volt 5 amp. And in comparisons to the other ones, and this is a little tiny one. This is a 1.7. This is the 5 amp one. Same size as the 4 amp. The 4 amp is fairly sturdy, heavy, pretty rugged. Designed when I got this XR one. It's been a while. And wow, this thing is pretty light. And this thing is a lot beefier and juicier because obviously it is a 6 amp. But I like the design on this. The bottom is pretty rugged. Screws are on the bottom for the stack. And I like the way the light displays. As far as any job, when it comes down to batteries, if you have a 2 amp one, this right here is perfect. If you just have a drill or something like that, you're just gonna do something light, you definitely go for a lighter one. If you're gonna be taking out like lug nuts or something like that, you definitely want to get something with the XR logo on there, and it's a lot more powerful. Now, if you're doing lug nuts or you're doing something as far as automotives, which is what I used to use in the shop when I was turning wrenches, you go for the flex bolt, a 6 amp, the 9 amp, and your 12 amp. My favorite one was the 12 amp. I use this all day long. It lasts me 8 hours. If anything past 8 hours of using this guy to do anything, small vehicle repairs, I'll definitely go into my 9 amp, and I rarely use my 6 amp, which I always brought home. Generally was in the house with me because I would do other things during the weekend. But at work, I had my 12 amp and my 9 amp, and they never failed me once. So definitely, if you're doing something heavy duty, you go into the flex bolts. Somewhat heavy duty, but not a lot. Maybe like an emergency. If you're doing a flat tire or doing something on the side of the road, I would use that. For a screw or something, I would use a 2 amp one. Now these newer ones came in. I really like the lower profile on this. If you're trying to make your tool, use the 1.7 amp, and this is a power stack. This battery, I guarantee, is more powerful or as powerful as the 4 amp XR. So power minus the size. Now the other one I have is the 5 amp. If you put that in between, it's about the same size as my 4 amp is. This is lighter, this is heavier, and it might fare up to the 6 amp just because of the configuration. If you're trying to get batteries, you can always get the XR, the power stack, or you can go into the flex bolts, which are a lot bigger and a lot more powerful. And actually goes series parallel from either 20 volt max or 60 volt. It just depends what you're doing. But I did amass a little bit of a collection because I have Dewalt and I've been using it for quite a bit.